Working the night shift changes people. You start to hear things you shouldn't, see shapes that shouldn't move, and sometimes you realize you're not the only one working that late. This story was sent in by a former night shift security guard named Alan. He said he's never told anyone what really happened that night until now, and after hearing it, you'll understand why. Alan had been working nights at an old office complex on the edge of town. It used to be a textile factory in the 60s, shut down after a fire killed 3 workers. The city eventually converted it into small business offices, but people always said it felt wrong. He was used to strange noises, pipes groaning, rats in the ceiling, sometimes the wind howling through the broken vents. But that night, it was quieter than usual. Too quiet. It was around 2:47 a.m. when Alan noticed something on the security monitor. Camera 3, basement hallway. A light had turned on by itself. The problem? There were no lights connected down there anymore. The basement had been sealed off years ago. No access from inside. He tried the radio. "Control, this is Alan. Basement light just came on. Do we have maintenance tonight?" No response. He stared at the monitor. The light kept flickering like someone was walking back and forth under it. Then the camera glitched, just a flash. But for one frame, he saw what looked like a shadow of a person standing at the end of the hallway, facing the camera. And the strangest part, it was standing in front of a door that no longer existed. Alan told himself it was nothing, old equipment, maybe interference, but something deep inside told him to check it out. He grabbed his flashlight, signed the activity log, and went down the service stairs that led toward the lower levels. Every step echoed like it was swallowed by the building. The air grew colder, damp, heavy, and smelling faintly of burnt cloth. When he reached the bottom, he found the basement door unlocked. He was sure he'd sealed it earlier that night. The flashlight beam cut through the dust and cobwebs. Old machinery sat under tarps. A few broken mannequins from the textile days leaned against the wall. He radioed again. Nothing, only static. That's when he heard it. A slow tapping, metal against metal, from somewhere in the dark. He turned toward the sound. "Hello? Maintenance?" The tapping stopped. Then a female voice, faint, broken, whispered, "We're still working." Alan froze. The voice sounded like it came from right behind one of the old storage doors. He shined the flashlight at it. The door was locked with a rusted chain. He leaned closer, and the tapping started again, faster this time. Then, something hit the door from the inside, hard. Alan stumbled back, flashlight shaking, and from the crack beneath the door, a thin trail of black ash began to pour out, spreading slowly across the floor. Heart pounding, Alan ran up the stairs, slamming the door behind him. He made it to the security room and stared at the monitors. The basement camera, still flickering. But now, there were 3 figures standing under that same light. They weren't moving, just staring at the camera, or maybe at him. He zoomed in, and for a split second, the feed went crystal clear. He saw 3 burned faces, mouths open, black eyes like hollow glass. The power cut out. Everything went dark. Alan's flashlight clicked. Nothing. The backup generator didn't start. But over the silence, he heard it again. Tap, tap, tap. From right outside the security room door, he whispered into the radio. "Control, please respond." The radio crackled, and a voice replied. But it wasn't Control. It was a woman's voice. "We told you, the night shift never ends." The door handle started to turn. They found Alan the next morning, sitting in his chair, eyes wide open, radio still in his hand. The monitors were looping the same footage, the basement light flickering, and 3 shadows standing still. Police found no evidence of forced entry, but the lock on the basement door broken clean off from the inside. The building was condemned a few weeks later, and if you drive past it now, you can still see a faint glow from the lower windows, like a single light bulb refusing to die. Alan's replacement lasted 2 nights. Then he quit. Said he kept hearing whispers over the radio, and once, someone called his name. "We're still working,"